Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Ian, and I am the owner of Right Start Newcomer Services. So happy Monday, everybody. It is Monday, April 19th. Thank you. Welcome to today's live stream. Today, we're going to be learning about going to the doctor, and this is going to be for learners at CLB level 3 or 4. So this is sort of a beginner level class. So before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that Right Start Newcomer Services conducts business in Kjipuktuk, which is how you say Halifax in the Mi'kmaq language. The city is part of the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This means that when settlers came, the indigenous people did not surrender their territory and instead signed treaties with Europeans. As a business, we're committed to upholding these treaties as we continue to build relationships between settlers, newcomers, and Mi'kmaq people. So thank you very much. So as always, say hello in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. We'd like to know what you're doing, where you are, and if you have any questions or answers during today's class, please let us know. So let's get started. So as I said, let's go with this one first. Okay, so as I said, today we're going to talk about going to the doctor. So this is something that we all have to do at some point in our lives. We have to go see the doctor if we have a problem, even just for a checkup. A lot of people go for an annual, or every 6 months, they go for a checkup to see their doctor. So today we've got a lot of great stuff planned. Very interesting. Okay, sorry. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to just enlarge this so everybody can see it. And there we go. So first, we're going to do a few discussion questions. So I want to see who is with us today, ask you some questions, and I want to get you thinking about healthcare and going to the doctor. So we'll start with that. We'll talk a little bit about Canada's healthcare system, because if you're not here, maybe you're new in Canada, you don't know much about our healthcare system. Then we're going to talk about grammar. So when we're going to the doctor, it's important that we can express ourselves in the present. So we're going to look at the simple present tense and also the simple past tense. So if we have to tell the doctor about something happened earlier, then we're able to do that properly. Then we're going to get a little practice. So I'm going to quiz you a little bit on grammar. You're going to give me your answers, and we'll see how you do. Then we're going to learn some vocabulary, and then we're going to get some practice. You're going to get some listening practice and also some writing practice as well about going to the doctor. Okay, great. So who's out there? Is anybody paying attention? Say hello in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. Okay, so to start, let's just ask a few questions, and you can write your answer in the comments section. So first, what do you know about Canada's healthcare system? So if you're in Canada now, maybe you know something. If you're overseas and planning to come to Canada soon, what can you tell us about our healthcare system? So we have a few guests. Bay is here. Hi, Bay. How are you today? Welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. And Natalia is here as well. Hi, Natalia. Nice to see you again as well. And hope you had a good weekend, even though I know you're in Halifax and it's rainy all weekend. Okay, so can anybody answer? I'm just going to put all the questions out, and you choose which one you want to answer, if you want to answer one, okay? So here we go. Where can you get medical help? Here in Canada. What do you do in an emergency? That's a good question. Have you ever been to a walk-in clinic? So here in Canada, or maybe overseas, they have walk-in clinics too. And the last question, how do you stay healthy? So what are the things that you do to stay healthy? So let's have a little discussion. You can write your answer in the comment section, and we will get to those. And I'd like to say hello to Irene. Hi, Irene. Nice to see you again. I hope you had a great weekend. How am I today? That's a good question. I am good. A little bit tired because Monday it's always hard to get back to work, but I'm doing pretty well. Thank you, Irene, and I hope you are doing well too. So does anybody have any answers to these questions? So what do you know about Canada's healthcare system? Maybe you know there's doctors, hospitals, things like that. Where can you get medical help? What do you do in an emergency? Have you ever been to a walk-in clinic? And how do you stay healthy? What are some of the things that you do personally to stay healthy? For example, I run probably 4 or 5 days a week, and I eat healthy food. Okay, and Abdullah's here. Hey, Abdullah, nice to see you. Welcome to today's class. Hope you're doing great. And Irene answered, yes, thank you, you're doing well. That's very good to hear, Irene. So does anybody have any answers to these questions? One more time, if you're just joining the live stream. So we're just writing our answers in the comment section. What do you know about Canada's healthcare system? Maybe nothing, that's okay. Where can you get medical help? What do you do in an emergency? Have you ever been to a walk-in clinic? And how do you stay healthy? So I don't see any answers yet. Let's just go through them one at a time. So first one, what do you know about Canada's healthcare system? So in Canada, we have a public healthcare system, mostly. Most of Canada is public, meaning that we pay tax, the government takes our tax money and uses it to provide hospitals, doctors, walk-in clinics, and that type of thing. So in Canada, probably about 80% is paid for by taxes. We still have to pay some. So in Canada, we pay for prescriptions. We pay sometimes for ambulance. We pay for some tests and some procedures, dentist, glasses, and things like that. So that's basically how Canada's healthcare system works. And in Canada, the provinces, so I'm in Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia province handles its own healthcare system. So there are different systems in each province in Canada. Okay, where can you get medical help? So here in Canada, you can call 911. You can go to an emergency room. If it's an emergency, you can go to your doctor. If you have what's called a family doctor, you can visit your doctor. And often there's a telephone line you can call. Here in Nova Scotia, it's 811, and they can give you some health information. You can also go to a walk-in clinic. So you don't need a family doctor to go to a walk-in clinic. Either you can call and make an appointment, or you can just drop in. You can just walk in. Emergencies. So what is an emergency? Maybe you can give me an example of an emergency in the chat. Okay, just a sec. I'm just checking my iPad. So I just wanted to see if I could get the comments faster. Nobody has any answer for what is an emergency. An emergency is a major health problem that needs to be looked at immediately. So you're dying, you're having a heart attack, you have a very bad cut, you can't breathe. These are all medical emergencies. And in that case, you need to go to the emergency room, or you need to get an ambulance. So you can call 911 and get an ambulance. Next one, have you been to a walk-in clinic? I have a couple times. So minor health problems, maybe I feel sick, maybe there's something I want the doctor to look at, like a rash, then I can go to a walk-in clinic. But this is not for emergencies. This is for smaller health problems maybe it will be a while to see a family doctor, so I go to my walk-in clinic first. Last one, I want to hear from you. How do you stay healthy? So anybody who's listening, please write. I will be very thankful if you can tell me, how do you stay healthy? What do you eat? Do you exercise? Do you smile? Do you have a good attitude? So what do you do to stay healthy? Because I'm always looking for tips on how to stay healthy. Don't be shy. Nobody will laugh at you. We're all learning together. Don't be shy. Okay, Michelle, my wife says lots of vegetables. Good. Do you eat lots of vegetables, sweetie? Yes, I know that you eat quite a few vegetables. Both Michelle and I eat lots of salad. So every day we have salad with our meal. So there's lettuce and other vegetables in our salad. So lots of veggies, very good. And we also eat a lot of fruit as well. Okay, Natalia, eating healthy, doing exercises, and avoiding cigarettes. Very good, Natalia. So eating healthy, we said vegetables, there's lots of other healthy foods, and we avoid junk food, right? Junk food is McDonald's, Burger King, and all those places, although I did eat at Burger King the other day. I'm mostly vegetarian, so I went to Burger King to get the vegetarian burger, and I picked it up, brought it home because we got takeout, opened the bag, and there's 2 big meat hamburgers in it. So I was kind of angry and thought, oh no, this is meat. But then I ate it anyway, and I felt sick for the rest of the night. So that's a good lesson. If you're vegetarian, make sure you check carefully that they give you the right order. Okay, Natalia, very good. I just want to check your spelling, couple cases. So let's spell exercise. You spelled exercise, E-X-E-R-C-I-C-E-S. I think we should spell it like that. Exercise. Now I can't spell it. Is that right? Exercises. E-X. Exercises. Now I don't know. I think that's right. Okay, Natalia says she wrote it wrong. I think that's right. Exercises. And also cigarettes. How do we spell cigarettes? Cigarettes in Canada are so expensive that it's very easy to quit smoking, because when you see the price of cigarettes, I don't know what they cost, $14, $15, $16. It's very easy to quit because they're so expensive. That's okay, Natalia. We're here to learn. No problem at all. Right? How can we learn if we don't make mistakes? Right? That's how you learn English. You make mistakes, you learn the right way, or somebody corrects you, and then you stop making that mistake. And that's how you can get better in English. But you did the right thing. You tried, you realized it's a mistake, and now we can move on. Okay, great. So good discussion. Thank you for your answers. I think we all know how to stay healthy, but sometimes we don't always do what we think that we should. Okay, let's move on. So let's look a little bit more about Canadian culture, Canada's healthcare system. So you can read through these. Take a moment and read through those points. I think we covered a lot of them already. And let me know if you have any questions. So Canada has a public health system paid for by our taxes. So it's not really free because we pay a lot of tax and then we get these services. So people say it's free in Canada, but not really, because we pay taxes for it. So it's not really free. You do need a health card. So when you arrive in Canada, you should get a health card in your province as soon as possible. For emergencies, the number across Canada is 911. And I think almost all places call 911 for emergencies, but also most provinces have a health line. So a number you can call to get information, maybe to put you on a list for a family doctor. And everybody should have a family doctor. Some places they have nurse practitioners. Basically, this is a person who you stay with year after year. They monitor your health. You go for them for checkups and for most health problems. Okay, great. Let's talk about grammar. So this can be tricky for students at all levels. So often we get confused a little bit between the past, something happened before now, and the present, something that may be happening now, or something that happens a lot, maybe often, or sometimes, or even never. So things that happen on a regular basis. So it's good to practice the past tense and also the simple present tense. So I have a few example sentences. The first one, I felt sick yesterday. I felt sick yesterday. So this is a finished action that happened in the past. So we use the past tense of the verb feel. I felt sick yesterday. This is an example of an irregular verb. Irregular means you do not use ed on the end of the verb to make past tense. So these ones we have to remember. We have to memorize the past tense for irregular verbs. The simple present, instead of felt sick, today, I want to talk about today, I feel sick today, or I feel sick right now. So the verb feel used in the simple present can mean right now, I am feeling sick. Okay, so felt is past tense of the verb feel. Pretty easy, right? Let's go to the next one. She drank wine last night. So drank is past tense of drink. For the simple present, she drinks, notice S, she drinks wine often. One more time, she drinks wine often. So when the subject is she or he or it, we need S on the simple present form of most verbs. So she drinks wine often. Past tense, he fell down and hurt his leg. Present tense, he falls down sometimes. So simple present is tricky because you cannot always use it to talk about now, the present moment. So you can't say he falls down now. That doesn't make sense. He falls down sometimes. Maybe last week, maybe today, maybe he will fall down again next week. So he falls down sometimes. Past tense, I had a headache last week. Present tense, I have a headache now. So with have, you can use it to talk about your present condition, right? You wouldn't say, I am having a headache. Instead, we say, I have a headache now. So sometimes simple present can be used to explain a current condition. Past tense, we talked to the doctor yesterday. So that is a regular verb because we use ed on the end of talk. So we talked to the doctor yesterday, and then we talk to the doctor every 6 months. This is a regular thing that we do all the time. So the past, either we must remember the irregular verb, or if it's a regular verb, we put ed. For the present, we just put the verb for I, but with he, she, it, we must put S on the end of most regular verbs. I think all regular verbs. Do you have any questions about the simple past, which we use to talk about some point in the past, or the simple present, which we use either to talk about right now or repeated actions? Right. This is tricky, right? Even if you're level 6, 7, 8, 9 or higher, you can still make mistakes with the simple past and the simple present. Okay. So let's move on and get some practice. So this is where I'm going to ask you to answer some questions. Let's do practice 1. Give the past tense of the verb used in the sentence. Okay, so this is a listening practice, and it's also grammar and spelling practice. So I'll give you the sentence. You give me the past tense of the verb in the sentence. Let's do an example. I have a headache. I have a headache. So the verb have, past tense is had. So you would write had in the comment section. Does that sound easy? Should be easy. Okay, so choose the verb, find the verb in the sentence, give me the past tense. Easy peasy. Okay. First one, here we go. Had. Bay got it. Very good, Bay. That's perfect. That was just an example. Let's do number 1. Okay. My shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts right now. My shoulder hurts. So what is the past tense of hurts? Okay, I'll give you 1 second to answer. So what is the past tense of hurts? Okay, I don't see any answers just yet. So answer past tense of hurt is hurt. So it's the same, right? Sometimes irregular verb will have the same past tense as present tense. So yesterday I hurt my shoulder. I hurt my shoulder yesterday. And Abdullah, hi Abdullah. I hurt my shoulder yesterday. Perfect. Very good. So past tense of hurt is still hurt. Okay, very good. Next one. My friend cuts her hand with a knife every time she cooks. My friend cuts her hand with a knife every time she cooks. So what is past tense of cut? Okay. What is the past tense of cut? So yes, Irene, you're right. Past tense of hurt is hurt. What about cut? What is the past tense of cut? So my friend cuts her hand every time she cooks. So what is the past tense of cut? Very good. Bay got it. So cut, again, it's the same. Past tense of cut is cut. Very good, Bay. And Abdullah, my friend, cut her finger. Exactly. You are exactly correct. Okay, good. Here's a hard one. We are in the doctor's office right now. We are in the doctor's office right now. What is the past tense of are? Again, we are in the doctor's office right now. We are in the doctor's office right now. Abdullah, yes, you are rocking it today. So we were. So were is past tense of are. So the verb is be. Past tense is was or were, depending on the subject. And Abdullah got it exactly right. Irene, this is from the last one. He cut or she cut her finger. That's correct. And Bay got it as well. So we were in the doctor's office. Awesome. I think you pretty much got it. Let's go to the next one. So this one, I'll give you the past tense and you give me the present tense. This one should be pretty easy for you guys. So give the present tense of the verb used in the sentence. So the doctor put me on medication last month. The doctor put me on medication last month. So what is the present tense of put? The doctor put me on medication last month. Give you a second to answer. Just stretching a bit. This is hard work, so it's a good idea to stretch before any hard work like teaching English. Okay, very good. So put, you're right. So put is also the present tense, right? It's the past and also the present. So the doctor puts people on medication when they go visit them. And, oh, close, Abdullah, should be P, P-U-T instead of B-U-T. So put, P-U-T, like Bay said. So P-U-T. Exactly, put. And how about we spoke to a nurse in the hospital? So we spoke to a nurse in the hospital. And Irene, you're also correct. Very good. So actually, yeah, the doctor puts people on medication. So yes, you put the S at the end. Excellent job, Irene. So my sentence was, we spoke to the nurse in the hospital yesterday. So we spoke, what is the present tense of spoke? To the nurse in the hospital. And Bay got it. All right, speak. Awesome. You're rocking it. So good job, everybody. So it is good to know what is the past tense and present tense of the most commonly used verbs. And if you're not sure, maybe it's ED for the past tense because those are regular verbs and most verbs in English are regular, but there are quite a few irregular verbs where you have to remember the past tense. And Abdullah got it too. Way to go, Abdullah. You got speak. And Irene got it. Uh-oh. Spelling. Which is correct? Speak or speak? So should there be E-A-K or E-E-K? Both sound right, but one is correct. And let's go with Abdullah and Bay. So S-P-E-A-K, Irene. So Very good, just messed the spelling up a little bit. Okay, so it's good to practice. So practice making sentences, answering questions, both in the past and in the simple present tenses. Okay, I'm just going to enlarge this a little bit. Here's some good vocabulary for talking to your doctor. So we need to know the parts of the body. So the head, the eyes, the stomach, these are parts of the body that commonly have medical problems. And then, of course, there are other parts of the body that you may want to explain to the doctor that you have a problem with. So what are some problems you can have with your head? You can have a headache. So the next column over is what are some of the problems. So headache or migraine. What's a migraine? Maybe that's a new word for you. What does the word migraine mean? So what is a migraine? If you're not sure, migraine is a very, very bad headache. Maybe you see sort of lights. It's hard to even do anything, drive, eat, walk around. You feel very sick and you just want to go to bed and turn off the lights. So I had migraines maybe about a year or two ago, maybe from stress, maybe my diet, but I got migraines a lot. And then I quit my job and now I don't get migraines anymore. So maybe it was stress from my work that caused these migraines. So that's a good word to know. You can go to your doctor and say, I have migraines, or I get migraines sometimes, and then they can give you some medication for that. Okay, what else? Dizzy. I am dizzy. I feel dizzy. And you can also have a fever. So fever is a high temperature. And then in the third column, I have a headache. These are words that you can describe your medical problems with a doctor. I feel dizzy, or I have a fever. So these are some ways you can make sentences with the words. Okay, eyes. So I don't know, can you see my eyes? Are they red? Maybe they're sore. Oh, I look at the computer screen all day. My eyes are sore, they're red, and they're itchy. So my eyes are red, itchy, and sore. So those are good words and good ways to make sentences about problems with your eyes. Stomach. I have a stomach ache, or cramps. Cramps are a good word. Maybe these are a new word for you. Cramps are, what are cramps? Can you explain what are cramps? I'll wait a second for you to answer that. Or you can look through the rest of the words. So maybe there's a few other words you don't know. So cramps, diarrhea. What is diarrhea? Don't have to draw a picture, but basically, what does diarrhea mean? Because this is another common problem that you might go see the doctor about. Bloated. Constipated. Oh no, constipated is bad. Maybe not enough vegetables. And pregnant. So being pregnant is not really a problem if you want to be pregnant, but I thought I would put it on there because you might have to explain to the doctor that you are pregnant, so they won't give you certain tests or medications. Okay, so you can say, my stomach is bloated. I have cramps. I have diarrhea. I feel bloated, or something like that. So any of those words, what does cramps mean? What about diarrhea? What's bloated? What's constipated? I think we all know pregnant, but maybe you know those words and you can explain to us what those words mean. And then finally, there's other parts. So you might have an ache or pain in your shoulder, right? Or your arm, right? I have a sore arm. Rash. Rash is something on your skin. So usually red, maybe itchy. A bruise, maybe somebody hit you and you have blood under the skin. So that's what a bruise is. A cut, right? I cut my hand a long time ago and now I have a scar from my friend in university. Swollen. Swollen means it's puffy, right? Oh, my face is swollen, so it's bigger. Broken bone, and itchy. Maybe something on your arm is itchy and you need to tell the doctor. So let's go through some of those words we might not know. So cramps. Cramps are a sharp pain in the muscle or the stomach or somewhere in the body. Diarrhea means your poop is very liquidy and wet. Maybe you cannot control when you go to the bathroom. So that's diarrhea. Maybe you ate something or you have a virus or bug or something. Bloated. Bloated means you're full of gas or air, right? So maybe I eat some foods, they make me bloated. Constipated, kind of the opposite of diarrhea. Diarrhea, you're pooping a lot. Constipated, you cannot poop. The poop is stuck inside. You want to poop, you're trying to poop, you would love to poop, but you cannot poop. You are constipated. Okay, any other questions about those words? So write them down, study them, bring them with you to the doctor. And if you need to say, hey, doctor, I have a headache, I have a migraine, I feel dizzy, I have diarrhea, I'm constipated, my skin is itchy, my bum is swollen, right? So these are good vocabulary for talking to your doctor, nurse, or healthcare professional. So I hope you learned at least one or two words from today's list. Finally, there are lots of diseases and health issues we can talk about. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, these are very common in Canada. High blood pressure, allergies, cold, the flu, depression, COVID-19. Everybody's talking about that these days. So maybe you think you have COVID-19 and you must go for a test. And pregnancy, again, is not a problem. It is a health issue that you might need to talk to your doctor about. We also need to know medical professionals. So doctor, nurse, specialist. We have specialists who look at certain parts of the body or certain diseases. Paramedic, what's that? What is a paramedic? Somebody who drives the ambulance and takes people to the hospital, maybe treats them where they are. And most places will have a receptionist. So when you go into the clinic or emergency room, you will talk to a receptionist first. And then there's other terms: hospital, clinic, pharmacy, ambulance, prescription or prescribed medications, test, examination, diagnose. Okay, this is a new word maybe. Diagnose means to tell you what the problem is, right? So they talk to you, ask you questions, and then they say, okay, I think you have this disease or problem. That is what we call to diagnose a disease or diagnosis. That's the thing that they do. They give you a diagnosis for your problem. And last one, refer. Refer means to send to another doctor, right? So you might go to your family doctor and they refer you to a specialist for your heart problem. Okay, so again, these are very good words to know for medical issues, talking to a doctor. You never know when you're going to need these words. So any questions about these words or from the previous slide? And then we're going to do some practice, okay? So remember, these are the parts of the body, some health problems with those parts of the body, and then some ways you can make sentences about these problems. Again, these are some health issues that we didn't discuss. These are some medical professionals, and here are some more medical terms. So, any questions at all, or can we move on to today's practice? Let's do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Okay, no questions. Very good. Let's move on to our practice today. So, our practice, we are going to listen to a situation. So, a health situation. And where did I put that? Okay, give me 1 second. I am going to find today's listening activity. Why is it like that? Oh, there we go. So for this activity, okay, you are going to listen to the dialogue. You're going to answer these questions. So 6 questions altogether. You can read through the questions quickly. Take a piece of paper, pencil, write them down on your paper, and then when I ask you, you can put them in the comments section. So this is to check your listening ability. We are only going to listen 1 time. And I would like to thank my wife, Michelle, for helping me with today's listening activity. So everybody still there? I see 5 people are listening, so don't try to hide. So take a pencil, piece of paper, write down your answers, 6 questions. Here we go.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Feelgood. How can I help you today?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn up the volume so everybody can hear. And here we go.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Feelgood. How can I help you today?
Hi, Doc. My name is Jim Smith, and I really hurt my back.
Oh, what happened?
I was moving really heavy boxes yesterday morning, and then I felt a sharp pain in my back.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, it does seem swollen. Have you taken anything so far?
Yeah, I just took some Tylenol, but it doesn't really help that much.
Okay, well, to be safe, I think I'm going to send you for an x-ray. And also, I'm going to prescribe some medication to help your pain.
Do I have to go to the pharmacy for that?
Yes, I'll call the prescription in and you can go pick it up at your pharmacy.
Okay, is there anything else I should do, doctor?
Just try to rest, maybe put some heat and ice on it. Take it easy.
Okay, thanks, doctor.
You're welcome, take care.
Okay, bye. That was really good acting. I think we have a future in the acting business. Okay, so let's listen one more time. So let me show you the questions one more time. And where are those questions? There we go. Okay, so there are the questions. So again, what's the doctor's name? What's the problem? When did the problem start? What did the patient take for the problem? What does the doctor recommend? And what will happen next? So let's listen one more time so you can write down the answers to these problems. Here, I'm going to leave those questions up this time, so it should be easier. Okay. Everybody ready? Second listening. Here we go.
Hi there, my name's Dr. Feelgood. How can I help you today?
Hi, Doc. My name is Jim Smith, and I really hurt my back.
Oh, what happened?
I was moving really heavy boxes yesterday morning, and then I felt a sharp pain in my back.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, it does seem swollen. Have you taken anything so far?
Yeah, I just took some Tylenol, but it doesn't really help that much.
Okay, well, to be safe, I think I'm going to send you for an x-ray, and also I'm going to prescribe some medication to help your pain.
Do I have to go to the pharmacy for that?
Yes, I'll call the prescription in, and you can go pick it up at your pharmacy.
Okay, is there anything else I should do, doctor?
Just try to rest, maybe put some heat and ice on it. Take it easy.
Okay, thanks, doctor.
You're welcome, take care.
Okay, bye. Amazing acting. If anybody's looking for a middle-aged movie star around 42 years old, give me a call. I'm available. Just kidding. I like teaching English too much to be a movie star. Okay, so let's hear your answers. So if you know any of those answers, put them in the comment section. So what's the doctor's name? Anybody catch that? What's the problem? So I was the patient. What was the patient's problem? When did the problem start? What did the patient take for the problem? What does the doctor recommend? And what will happen next? So take a few minutes, write your answers in the comment section, please. You can put them all in at once, or you can do one at a time. It's totally up to you. Or maybe it was just too difficult. That's okay if it's too hard. No problem. You can go back once the lesson is complete, watch it again on Facebook or YouTube, and I will put some practice activities on the website. So you can go back and listen there on the website again if you like. So I don't see any answers at this point. So keep going, put your answers in if you have them. Let's talk about the answers. So number one, what is the doctor's name? And I will write it in here. Okay, Bay has some answers. I don't know if she got number one though. Looks like she got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Did anybody get number one? Are there any Motley Crue fans out there? It's kind of a joke. So doctor is Dr. Feelgood. And this comes from a song back in the 1980s or 1990s, Dr. Feelgood. Anyway, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention that or else I'll get banned from Facebook. Anyway, so number one is Dr. Feelgood. Okay. Number two. So we have some answers. Bay gave us lots of great answers. Back pain. So the patient has a problem with his back. He has a lot of pain in his back. And Irene got number 2 as well. His back hurts. Very good. So Bay and Irene both got number 2. Number 3, when did the problem start? So problem started in the morning after moving some boxes. Yes, so yesterday morning. Very good. And Irene said he very fast moved. I think the problem was not that he moved fast, it's that he was picking up heavy boxes. So, you know, when you pick up a box, there's a good chance you'll hurt your back. So he hurt his back yesterday morning when he picked up some heavy boxes. Okay, very good. Number 4, what did the patient take? So patient took some, they got it, Tylenol. Very good. So Tylenol is a very common medication for pain. Very good. So he took Tylenol for his problem. Number 5, what does the doctor recommend? So doctor recommended, Bay got this as well, medication, rest, and ice for his back. Also, she sent a referral for something. What did the doctor send a referral for? So this will happen next. And Irene got Tylenol, but yeah, spelling of Tylenol, Tylenol. You know, not every country has Tylenol, so this is just how we would spell Tylenol here in Canada. Okay, very good. And the last one, what will happen next? He will go for an X-ray and he will get a prescription from the pharmacy. So maybe a stronger pain medication than Tylenol. So he will be able to take it for his back pain. So you did really well. So it's very important we practice our listening so we can understand what the doctors and the other people are talking about when we go for an appointment. Okay, you're very welcome, Irene. So Irene said, thank you, you're very welcome. So last thing we're gonna do today is just give you, oh my goodness, stop that. So we are just going to get a little bit more practice here. Let's go through. So I'm gonna ask you a question, you can give me the answer, okay? Let's start at the beginning. So imagine that you're going to a walk-in clinic in Canada. You open the door, go inside, and the receptionist, which will be me, says, "Welcome to the clinic. How can I help you today?" So, welcome to the clinic. How can I help you today? What would you say to the receptionist who says that to you? How can I help you today? Very good. So tell them, what is your problem? I have a headache. Or could say, I need to see the doctor, right? So usually we would say, hi, I have this problem. So Bay says, I have a headache, and that is perfect. Okay. Next question, do you have an appointment to see the doctor? So some walk-in clinics, you can make appointments. Some walk-in clinics, you can just arrive and wait for a while till the doctor is ready to see you. So if the receptionist says, do you have an appointment to see the doctor? You can say, no, I don't. Perfect. Very good, Bay. Don't forget to capitalize your I. I is always capitalized when it's used to talk about yourself, right? So, no, I don't. And then, very good. So, you can say, yes, I do. No, I don't. Next one. May I see your health card, please? May I see your health card, please? What would you say if somebody said, may I see your health card, please? May I see your health card, please? You would say, Very good, Bei. So sure, just a minute. Here it is. Here's my health card. Okay, so they just want you to show them your health card. Sure, here it is, just a minute, something like that. Very good, Bei. So then you have to wait, so please take a seat. What would you say after the receptionist says, please take a seat? Do they want you to take a seat? Pick it up? Oh, my seat. Oh, no. Oh, my back. Just kidding. What do they want you to do? Take a seat means? Sure. They just want you to sit down, wait to see the doctor. So you can say thank you or sure, no problem. Thank you would work definitely in that case, Bei. Very good. Okay. Then after you wait, they would say the doctor is ready to see you now. So the doctor is ready to see you. Again, maybe you can say thank you, sure, something like that. Okay, so now we're in the doctor's office. We are ready to talk to the doctor, and the doctor says, what seems to be the problem? Or what is the problem today? Now, we can use our vocabulary. We already talked about headache. What are some other problems that you can describe to the doctor? So when the doctor says, what seems to be the problem? You can say, whatever, right? So think about something that maybe you might go talk to the doctor about. And again, headache, right? So headaches are very common. So you might have a serious headache that you need to see the doctor about. In a lot of cases, if it's a small headache, we might not go to the doctor. We just go to the pharmacy and get some Tylenol or something like that. But if it happens a lot, maybe you have headaches every day or major headaches like migraines. And then, it's time to go see the doctor. But it could be any of those things we discussed. You are constipated, you have diarrhea, you have a rash, you have a cut, you think you broke a bone. So these are all different reasons you can go to the doctor. So when did the problem start? So did it start today, yesterday, 2 years ago, 5 years ago? So Bei or anybody, when did your headaches start? Okay, so sometime. So maybe just started now, started yesterday, last week, last year, something like that. Are you taking any medications? Very good, Bei. So some days ago. So started a while ago, a week, a few days, something like that. Very good. So next question. We're almost finished. Are you taking any medications? So yes, yes I am. Or no, I'm not. I'm not taking any medications right now. Or yes, I am. I take birth control, headache medications, any medication you might be taking. Okay, 2 more and then we're finished. So does that hurt? So sometimes the doctor will touch us, push something, grab something. Does that hurt? Yes or no? So very good, Bei. So this was from the last one. Are you taking any medications? No, I'm not. Perfect answer. So does that hurt when the doctor touches you? So yes. How would you answer that question? Does that hurt? Yes, it hurts very much. Okay. So yes, it does. Yes, it hurts very much. Very good. You remembered the S. Very good, Bay. So last one, I'm going to refer you to a specialist. You'll get a call from them soon. Then you could just say, thank you, doctor. Very important in Canada, we call a doctor by the title doctor. So we don't use Mr. or Mrs. or first names. It's better to say doctor and then last name. Okay, so great. I know we're out of time. I want to thank you very much for coming to today's lesson. Bay, very good. You answered all questions almost perfectly. So you are the student of the day today. But I want to thank everybody else, Irene, Abdullah, Michelle, for participating in today's lesson. And just a quick review. So we practiced some discussion questions. We talked about our healthcare system. We talked about grammar a little bit. We talked about the simple present and the simple past. We learned some key vocabulary for going to the doctor. Then we practiced our listening and how we would speak to a doctor. And you are very welcome, Bay. Great job, Bay and everybody. I want to thank you for participating, and we will be back on Thursday. So Thursday's lesson is very interesting. It's about writing an email. So we can practice our writing skills on Thursday, and I will see you then. So if you want to get in touch, message us on Facebook. We have our website, Right Start Newcomer Services. So it's www.rightstartcanada.ca. And you can email us info@rightstartcanada.ca as well. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.